everyone, welcome back to the Stripe Developer YouTube channel. We're sitting here today with Mayank, a specialist solutions architect for billing, to talk all about what we've been hearing and seeing on the ground here in the Expo booth in the Revenue Suite and the product launches behind them. So thank you so much, Mayank, for joining. So glad to have you today. So we've heard a lot today around how Stripe is helping in terms of being able to provide tons of different types of pricing models, but can you walk us through some of the challenges that you're hearing from developers and seeing when it comes to adopting new types of pricing models in the new era of AI?
Yeah, no, definitely. AI has brought in new pricing challenges. Like AI has come with its own set of compute costs. Earlier, before AI, the pricing model was very much SaaS, seed-based pricing. So every incremental customer that we would get would bring in incremental revenue that would drop straight to the bottom line. But now with AI, every new customer that is coming is using AI, using burning tokens, and it has compute costs. And you know, the compute cost right now is very unpredictable, right? So you have to make sure that your pricing is just adequate for the spectrum of your users. A free user should be able to get in without the pain of burning through too much of compute costs and still experiment with your product and experience it. But at the same time, you do not want a power heavy user who can just come in and run through your compute costs without paying it. So you have to strike a balance, and that is why SaaS based pricing is now shifting to something that we call hybrid pricing.
We're hearing a ton about token-based billing models and just the big topics around how we can control our token cost and usage. So can you walk us through in a bit more depth what exactly is hybrid pricing, how you're starting to hear and see from users maybe adopting that model, and how Stripe helps?
As I said, hybrid pricing is now a mix of the two pricing that were already in fashion. One was SaaS-based pricing, the other was pay-as-you-go, usage-based billing, right? But now hybrid pricing is bringing the best of the two qualities together. And why do we need it? Because if you go with only SaaS pricing, then as I said, your compute heavy customers, your power users will just burn through the tokens and affect your margins in a very bad way. But if you go with pure usage-based billing, then the customers are very wary of the compute cost that they might run into. So that stops them from experiencing the power of your product. And you want to strike an optimum balance. So now with hybrid pricing, what the companies are doing is they are taking a fixed amount of, let's say, $100 of cost per month, and they are granting you, let's say, 1,000 tokens. So you can use those 1,000 tokens, and when you burn through them, then you have an option on either continuing to use the platform or pausing and then starting again next month. So this is the best of hybrid pricing, and we in Stripe in making it easier and easier for companies to come and launch their hybrid pricing using our Metronome module within Stripe and helping to go further.
We have a big announcement. We've just acquired Metronome, as you mentioned, and now we're starting to see new architectural patterns and ways to integrate with Stripe for these hybrid pricing models. Can you walk us through what that looks like?
Yeah, definitely. I've got a demo actually that talks through this and brings this forward. Let me see. Yes. So what you're looking at right now is, this is a fictitious company called Laura that has the exact challenge of bringing in the customers, allowing them to experience the product, and if they see value in it, then they can subscribe to the product and start using it more and more. So let's say a customer looks into Laura, and now before paying for that product, they want to experience how it is being used. So we come here, and let's say I'll just make sure that settings are reset. Yeah. So a customer comes here and start building. So what Laura is helping them to do is to build a website. Right? So a customer puts in a prompt. They want to set up a website for the new restaurant, and they use that prompt vibe coding. The customer takes the input tokens, builds it, creates using the output tokens, and then they go and do more on it. They like the skeleton, they want to put their brand look and feel, so we do that. Then they say, can you create a hero section more visible? And that is where the paywall hits in. They've consumed all their free tokens. And now the customer has experienced the product, he likes it, he likes the ease of use, and the customer is happy to pay more, upgrade to premium. So what does he do here? When he upgrade to premium, it brings in the Stripe checkout page, and we have got our linked payment method, which makes it easy for the customer to join in, and it's completely frictionless, one touch. The customer pays for $20 and he gets allocated the tokens again. So if we look at it as it comes back, now Emily has got £20 in credit, and their next payment will be next month, that is 10th of July. And they have got some allocated tokens again to use it. So the customer comes in and they can continue building their website further. So they can add the hero section, now they can come in and they can do the menu and continue using it further. In the background, what we are doing is, they are sending us these input tokens and the output tokens to Stripe Metronome. So if we come back to Stripe Metronome and we come here, so if we look at Stripe, it has brought in this customer Emily, and if we go to Metronome and we look at Emily, Emily has been created. A contract has been created against Emily. There are various tokens against this contract, as you see this. And as Emily uses it through different services, we burn through different tokens and we come to the invoices. And let me just refresh it. You see that as Emily is using it, we are also computing the costs and creating invoices. So it is all happening real time for Emily. We can set up alerts in the system so that Emily knows how and when she is using her credit. We can alert her and she can continue in the future, come to her contract, put in more models against it and continue watching her invoices. So that's the way most of the companies are coming to us. All big companies such as OpenAI, Anthropic, they are all using our Metronome and Stripe powered billing and payments, and we are making it easy for them to go ahead.
You're able to offer kind of a freemium experience until you run out of kind of a free trial or free credits in another way. And then you're able to subscribe and almost top up your kind of token balance in a way to then drill down and use against your subscription. And then also being able to view kind of the invoices and the other types of flexible payments. So if it's maybe a one-time payment or a subscription that they've subscribed to, and this is all happening within the Metronome environment. Yes. And Stripe's processing the payment?
Stripe payment processing, it all goes back automatically to Stripe. Metronome and Stripe are related. If you look in here, within Stripe also, we see that everything is here. We can navigate to Metronome using it. Here you see Emily is already here. It has got everything. So all of it is coming together. And the customers are able to launch quickly and go to the market quickly, go to different areas quickly, launch different services. So yeah.
That's great. Well, I know there's a lot of developers eager to get started, and thank you so much for walking us through it and joining us today.
Thank you.